Hello, friends. Imagine dawn in Greentown, Illinois. Light pierces through the blinds. And it all begins with breath of summer, of the earth, and with the moment when a boy named Douglas Spaulding wakes up one day and realizes he's alive, not just breathing, but truly alive. This is how the book begins, the one high school girls wrote about with scalding passion in my school years. Dandelion Wine by Ray Bradbury. Ready for symbolism? You own the channel RobertBooks. Subscribe us. Let's go. Douglas opens his eyes. This is not just morning, it's the morning when he first realizes he's a part of a vast world. And this world is alive. He absorbs reality like a smell, a color, a melody. He wakes up, he breathes in and feels the earth beneath him alive. He runs through the morning forest, through the tall dewy grass. Every movement is like a discovery: birds, trees, dust on the road, even the mud on his feet. All of this new. Symbolism. He's alive. This is the most important moment in the book. Douglas doesn't just wake up, he feels his individuality for the first time. Before this, he just lived, ate, played, slept. Now he says, I'm alive. It's like a jolt, an epiphany. This is the true beginning. Dandelion wine, the first symbol. That same day Douglas' grandfather begins making dandelion wine. He lays out yellow flowers, pours water, sugar, lemon. It's not just a drink, each bottle is like a summer day, sealed in glass, each drop like a sunbeam trapped in memory. Douglas watches his grandfather make the wine and understands this is the end. This is the art of living. To collect moments, to cherish them, to save them for winter, so begins the summer. A summer with no great catastrophes, but with small revelations that will turn the soul upside down. Ray Bradbury writes not about events, but about feelings. His hero doesn't save the world, he simply grows. And that means he truly lives. The result of the first scene, Douglas' awakening, is a moment of existential revelation. The world comes alive, not a metaphor, but a reality for the boy. Dandelion wine appears as an image of summer, memory, fleeting happiness. The meaning, the beginning of growing up starts with wonder. Second scene, Snickers, freedom and speed. Quote, if you are a boy and you are 12, you don't just need shoes, you need sneakers that know where you want to run, that don't squeak, don't rub, but lift you off the ground. Douglas persuades his father to buy Royal Crown cream, sponge, para, live foot, tennis shoes, round. Sounds like a spell. He begs, argues, proves. They understand you want to live in them. You don't walk, you fly. For him, it's a question of existence. Old shoes like chains, new ones like wings. Why it is important? It's one of the book's strongest metaphors. The boy and souls must move. Sneakers, the symbol of child's desire to go beyond limits, to be faster than the wind, to be part of life. And it's not a whim, it's the first investment in his own dream. Symbolism of the sneakers. They give freedom, a summer without borders. They carry him through streets, parks, secrets, to his friend Tom, to mysterious discoveries. Shoes for those who believe in the magic of movement. Bradbury takes this simple and make it a grand them. The desire to run is the desire to be. To feel the wind on your face means you are alive. And as long as you can run, you are not out. The next fragment in the happiness is the happiness machine as an illusion of joy. Quote, happiness, hope, joy. Can you get that for 10 cents? And if yes, why do you still cry when you step out of the booth? The happiness machine and an aftermath in which you can see a future where you are happy. For a coin, it shows you life moments you never had, but wish you did. Douglas and his friend Thomas secretly watch a lonely woman comes out of the booth. Her lips tremble, she smiles, but her eyes are wet. She saw what she'll never have said, Tom. And then Douglas feels for the first time something is wrong. There are things in life you cannot fix even if you really want to. What's the essence of the scene? It's the first brush with disappointment. Before this, the whole summer was bright, alive, real, but here it's fake. A beautiful lie adults buy like ice cream, and kids see it and understand. Adults often want not happiness, but illusion. 2 quotes. Some women walked in like into a church and came out as it from confession, only instead of relief. Heaviness. And another one. She came out with a face like she'd just been kissed and left. Bradbury shows the happiness machine is everything the adult world runs out. Sweet self-deceptions, TVs, alcohol, lotteries, religion, anything not to face the truth, but children only beginning to feel it. Douglas doesn't judge yet, he just feels some things doesn't make you alive, they make you empty. Symbolism of the happiness machine. The machine is a symbol of modern culture, give the illusion to avoid thought. The women tears, recognition of pain that can be fixed, and the boy's silence, their road to adulthood. Now comes one of the most central and soulful scenes of the novel, the death of Colonel Frehley, and how Douglas first realizes that people die, truly and forever. This is the point of no return from carefree childhood to understanding mortality. Can one die if one has truly lived? How to accept death if you only just begun to live? Sometimes death doesn't come as horror, but as silence. The old man sits on the porch and nearby grows an old tree. And you realize he already knows this is the end. And he's not afraid. Colonel Frehley, an old veteran, a man with incredible memory and spirit, he tells Douglas about the past, about life 100 years ago. For the boys, he's a part of time itself, eternal. But one day they come and see he is gone. He's died at night in his sleep quietly, without words, without farewell. He simply ceased to be. And the tree by the porch kept growing. What does Douglas felt? Shock. How could an eternal man die? He feels rebellion, fear, incomprehension. But he was always here, always. And now he is not. This is the first encounter with death. Before this, no one died. Everything was eternal, like summer. Now summer trembles for the first time. Quotes. Colonel Frehley knew he was dying. He smiled as it blowing out a candle before a sleep, and another. He was time, and now time moved on without him. Bradbury writes of death not as a horror, but as a quiet exit when a person has understood everything, accepted everything. But for a child, it's not a relief, it's a tragedy. Because suddenly you realize, yes, life is beautiful, but not forever. Colonel Frehley, embodiment of history, his death, like the end of an era. The boy's reaction is symbol of first real loss, and the tree nervy life continues even when someone sleeps. When you are 12, you think you are eternal. You run, jump, breathe, and it feels like it will always be this way. But one night, wake up and feel inside you a foreign darkness, and it grows. Douglas gets a fever. He feels his body is separating from Will, like he's running through the forest in a dream, but his legs don't listen. He hears sounds that he hears Colonel Freely's voice calling from the other shore. He's afraid. And for the first time of all summer, he can control anything, not memory, not body, not thoughts. What really happening? It's not just a fever, it's an existential crisis. He feels mortal for the first time, feels how easy it is to disappear, and now little he can do to stop it. He felt his soul crawl to the wall, like a candle inside was going out. He called, but couldn't speak. His family, frightened, calls the pharmacist, a wise old man named Mr. Jonas, who comes not with medicine, but with understanding. He doesn't treat the body, he speaks to the soul. Life isn't just running, Douglas. Sometimes you must stand still, watch, wait, and remember that you are alive even when it hurts. This is a deep rite of passage scene. Jonas, like a shaman, he returns the boy to life not with pills, but with meaning. In this scene, Douglas dies, but not physically. His naivety dies. His absolute certainty. He comes out of summer as someone else. Now he knows the price of breath, and so he values it twice as much. Symbolism, fever, the heat of growing up, the body between childhood and maturity. Mr. Jonas, voice of wisdom connecting life and death. Silence of the room, the thin of fear. Silence before the departure and return. Because a person doesn't always die, sometimes he just begins to live differently. And finally, the last day of summer is not a goodbye, it is a preservation of what you felt, saw, feared, loved. All of it now inside those bottles and inside you. Summer ends, school will begin soon, the morning is no longer hot but cool. Birds gather in flocks, the fields quiet. Douglas sits on the porch, in him calm. He has survived death, illness, disappointment, and still he is happy, because he felt it all. Grandfather takes out the last bottle of Dandelion Wine, says, "That's a dog. We are gathered summer. Just don't forget, not everything that passes disappears." This is the quintessence of the book. Dandelion Wine, it's not a drink, it's a way to preserve moments, to stop the rush of time, to remember from August breath. Ray Bradbury is not just a writer, he's an alchemist. He takes ordinary things like grass, pain, barfeet, dandelions, and turns them into eternity. And you read and remember your own summer even if it was long ago, even if it's already gone. Final quotes. Each bottle is a day, open it in winter and you will hear crickets sing again. And one more. You don't have to live all summer again, Doc. You just have to remember what it was like to truly live. This book is not about summer, it's about how to remember it. How not to live life in vain, and in this is all of Ray Bradbury. Dandelion Wine it's not a plot, it's a memory of what it feels like to be alive. What it was like to wake up one day and realize you feel, you run, you fear, you remember. And if you once knew that you've already saved, you open your bottle and remember summer. If you like this review, subscribe us on a RobertBooks channel, put your comments, likes, that's pretty important to be visible to other people and to other videos. Bye everyone.